You don't have a road bike at home, do you? No. So this is essentially a road bike but stationary. It's wind powered, this one, with a magnet on the side for resistance. So that's basically just to simulate as I'm going up and downhill. You'll make it a little bit harder for yourself using that magnet there. The fan is wind resistance. So while you're on a road bike, you'll be going through rain, wind, and the magnet on the side for your up and downhill. So when I'm setting this up, for everybody, it should be hip length for range of motion. Yeah. You've got a nice bit of space for your knees. If you're going to get your knees stuck under there, there's no point in jumping on it. It's uncomfortable. Want to be as comfortable as possible. Yeah. A bit more technical than your normal stationary bikes. So you're going to hop yourself on. Immediately for me, a bit too high. Yeah. And I know that the handlebar should be lower than the seat. So immediately that's a bit too much for me. Alright. So what I'm going to do, lots of things you can adjust. So you've got this one there. And the way I use it is use my hips as a guidance. Brilliant. Pop myself on, and I'm pretty much ready to go. The handlebars, luckily, are already in the position that I want them to be in. So it's nice, comfortable. You want a nice bit of pressure on your forearms. Take the weight away from your lower back. Yeah. Start with the feet locked in. Yeah. Pretty much straightforward. This is all we're doing is getting the blood pumping into the legs. It's a nice warm up. Yeah. Get your heart rate up a little bit. Burn a few calories, alright. So the first thing I'm going to see is intervals. So intervals, 2-minute warm up, we'll start with that, and then we'll increase it to increase your heart rate. Alright, and maybe exert yourself at the volume you would with continuous. So with intervals, you may find that you're going steady away for 2 minutes, and then for a minute or 30 seconds we'll have you doing 100% and bring it back down to 80%. If you've been in a spinning class before, it's kind of like a spinning class. So you've got someone screaming at you while you're here. But essentially what we're doing is, we'll bring it up, and we're doing a nice fun, nice and flat ground in a minute. As soon as we want it up a little bit more, and then we can change our stance. Like immediately I find that 10 times harder because I'm going uphill, yeah? Pumping a really good pump into the legs, bring the heart rate up a little bit more, bring it up a little bit more, put the weight behind it, and you can change your stance to an uphill stance, yeah? So what I've done there is switch my hands to the lower grip, stand up position, so I'm putting more force of my weight through my legs, making it easier to pedal. I say easier, it's still 10 times harder when the resistance is up. Pushing through, bring it back down for 30 seconds, and then we can just nice and steadily bring it back. And interval training is a lot better than doing continuous when you want to burn calories. It's more like a HIIT workout than we've done before. It basically pushes us past our points of exertion and then gives us a period of rest. So if you're going to do a 20-minute run, you may find that, I can manage a 20-minute run. Or you could do a 10-minute interval training where your heart rate will jump right up to 180 beats, 190 beats per minute, burning way more calories than you would staying continuously at 140 beats per minute. That makes sense, yeah? So I'll get you to set it up how you want it. So remember, yeah, the points of contact, brilliant. Yeah, so that's just the seat that one. So left, right, tighty, left to loosey. So, would you like it fairly? You don't know. So, sit yourself on it first. That's it, left foot. Swing your leg over. Nice and steady. Where you can't touch the pedals there. Brilliant. But how's that seat for distance? Just hop yourself off. Okay, now. Yeah, that's it. This one here, your height. Set it how you want it and then retighten it. Hip height, yeah, good. That way you've got that full length of your legs down to your pedal. So if you were to step on the pedal now, we know when you sat on this seat, it should be lower than the seat. Yeah. Just tighten up that back. That's it, spot on. How's those handles? It's comfortable? Yeah? Give it a full cycle of the pedal, see if you can get right up to the bottom for the full leg extension. Is it too far away?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so just hop off. Nice and steady. Just adjust it again, just until you're happy with it, yeah? The idea with this is getting comfortable with the equipment. I want you to be as comfortable with the equipment as possible, so you can do it when I'm not with you. Okay, and then again the height. So I've just tightened the seat there a little bit. Bring that over further down. And then again, because we've moved the seat down, it's not over the handlebars anymore. We're not touching the handlebars here. So let's just let me see one full rotation. Bit better? Yeah, right now hook your feet in. Same on the other side. Okay, you're in. So starting off on a nice warm up, nice level 1, 2-minute ride. And all this is doing is getting you warmed up. We're just going to get you set up for this 18-minute ride after this 2-minute warm up. You see your range of motion there. Your knees should be nice and straight when you come back to the bottom of it. Nice and relaxed. Get that heart rate. Like you can already see on here, if we can let it ride, we can set it. So just a nice steady warm up. We're going to get your heart rate between 100 and 120 beats per minute. So we can start warming up. Are you comfortable with that bit of kit now? If I set it up, I'll do it on your own, yeah? Not too hard, is it? Nice and steady. You're working today now? You are? You can get your steps in there. You've got, on the program it's 10,000. So you only get 10,000 there. How many do you do in a minute? You're burning calories there as well. You don't really have to. That's why you burn calories. It's nice steady pace of cardio. I mean with this, interval training, it's good that the first sort of minute or two you get into something like that, we're not burning or tearing. The reason we do a warm up, so we're not damaging our legs, damaging our knees. We'll build a bit more fluidity and flexibility in our muscles, ready for the next set of workouts. So going on for another 50 seconds. Coming up to 2 minutes. About 70 rounds per minute, so a good pace. Just nice and steady, nice flat ground. Say you don't have a road bike, you know. You have a pedal bike or a push bike. No. It's nice to get out on them though. You have a better confidence because this is a different type of fitness than your cardio or your You're scared of bikes, yeah. But I know if you have a horrible thing in the past, so you fall. It's too many cars. They don't tell me it was not this bike really. It's spinning instructor, yeah. It's spinning instructor, so you should be good on bike. Good. Right, coming up to 2 minutes, so we'll increase that resistance just a little bit. This is the proper ride now. So down to your right, you'll be able to do this. Just bring it up to level 2. Yep. Keep pedaling, don't want to stop. When we stop ourselves, we end up coming out of that motion. Yeah. Not only that, but your muscles can feel alright and relaxed, and it's hard to get back in. You know, it's good cycling Henry quite a lot. He said to me, we're cycling up a hill, we got to the top of the hill and I stopped because I was tired. But yeah, he was like, don't, because you're in that cycle. Nice and steady. How you finding that? Bad heart rate's coming up a little bit. Increase that resistance a little bit more. Coming up to 3 minutes now, it's the first minute into it, just the work of the set. Nice and steady. Yeah. When we get to around 5 minutes, start wrapping up a little bit, we'll have high and low intervals. Almost like you're going up and rolling over a hill. Yeah. You'll burn after this one, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm here for. Yeah. How comfortable you find the seat when you There's a lot more road biking, you know. I know some of the guys come in here with little pads and everything on road bike competitions, yeah. That's 70 good. Brilliant. 10 seconds, and we'll ramp up the speed a little bit. So I don't want to see the resistance change, I want to increase the speed, yeah? So 3, 2, one, increase the speed. We get that to about 80, 85, 90, good. Keep it at steady 90 rounds per minute. Keeping that heart rate up. Really getting into it now, really getting into what we're going to say, yeah? Keep an eye on your breathing. Through the nose, out of the mouth. Nice and steady. Try to push support, really. Shot, you don't like it, it's scary. Yeah, the rower, again, it's working the muscles, we're working on it, we're keeping that one over body stable. So, one would train it, usually before like you're going to hit a specific muscle part, I'd say to people jump on a bike, you're just going to walk your legs up before we're warming anything else in. And if you're going to do an upper body day, I'd say the rower is perfect for that, you know, we're replicating the form of what we do, yeah. Coming up to 5 minutes. Right there. Yeah? Good. Right, in about 10 seconds time, I'm going to get you to slow the pace down, back down to your 60. We're going to increase that resistance, yeah? So, 3, 2, 1. Resistance up by 2. Slow that pace back down. Just really feeling that in those quads now. Really burning away, yeah? Nice and steady, just for a minute. We're only holding this for a minute. Give that pace at 70 rounds per minute, good. Make it a little bit hard on us now. You're demanding a lot more from the muscles, and the muscles demanding a lot more energy. The heart will pull harder. Burn more calories and burn a bit more fat. That's what I like about interval training. So, coming up to 50 in the next 10 seconds, we'll bring that resistance back down, and then we'll rest for about 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance back down. Good. Just nice and steady now. Just keeping it at that 70 rounds per minute. Oh, taking that resistance off. A bit nicer, isn't it? Yeah. Once you've done it at that, you notice it. Good. Now, I won't mess around with the fat too much today, and mostly into the stuff I'm looking at the incline. Yeah. Burning through the legs, nice and steady. You might find it easier, some people, rest on the higher parts of the handlebars. I prefer it just like that, because I find that really easier. That's why the shape is so good. Good. After the next 10 seconds, I want to see an increase in speed, keeping it at the same level. Same level of resistance, just increase the speed. We're going to get that back up to around 90 to 100 rounds per minute, yeah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Increase that speed. That's it, Abby, well done. Keep it that steady 90, good. Nice and steady. Right, when we get to 8 minutes, the next 30 seconds, I want to see a full increase, 100% speed, yeah? Nice and steady, nice and steady. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. 100% speed, full effort, maximum effort. The next 30 seconds, keep pushing. Deep abs. Keep it above 100 rounds per minute, that's it. Halfway there. Push. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Back down to that 60 rounds per minute. Nice and steady. Yeah? Good. Now, if I was to get you to a continuous exercise, doing that, you would never hit that speed. That's what I like about intervals, is you can maximise your effort. We'll see how we improve the cross trainer. We're maximising our efforts, but we're not exhausting ourselves. And then we can come back to that rest period and regain our strength. Keeping that at a steady 7 rounds per minute. bit more comfortable with these bikes now, yeah? Yeah. If you want to, just look at character, just listen down there a few times. Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah. Just rest it for the next minute. 30 more seconds. Next round, we'll go right back to the beginning. So again, we'll increase that resistance this time round. So speed stays the same, resistance up, yeah? 15 more seconds of rest. We call it rest. Nice and steady. Need some water? Yeah? Nice. Pop it in here, a big bit there. It's quite a funny shape, isn't it? This bit. Good, okay. Brilliant. So now, next 5 seconds, I'll see that resistance come up. 3, 2, 1, good. What level are we on now? More, good. Nice and steady. Next 30 seconds, keep it on form, nice steady pace, not burning ourselves out too much. Nice big deep breaths. Finish your energy stores and just use. Yeah? 15 more seconds on this. And then for the next 30 seconds I'm going to get it up to 6, level 6. Yeah? Right, resistance up to 6. That's really starting to dig deep. This will really slow your progress down. If you need to, stand up on the bike on the pedals if you need to. If you're not so confident with your balance, yeah, that's it. No? Just feel right, no, that's fine. Keep yourself set down, that's what that seat's for. Keep yourself steady. You work on your balance later on. It puts a bit more weight behind your pushes, you see. Go after that. Nice deep push, come on. Keep digging. Keep digging. Push. Good. And relax. Put it back down to 4. Get your speed up a little bit more. Good. Steady away. You might be making it now, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, it's gone now, isn't it? No. Nice and steady. Another 30 seconds. Alright, I'm well done. And knock it back down to a lower level, level number 1. Nice and steady. And we'll cool it down now. So, doing our exercise, doing our interval training, relaxing it down. The reason we cool down is we're just taking that blood away from the muscle a little bit more. Yeah? If we leave it, if we jump straight off that from there and then cool down, you'd have lactic acid built in your muscles, you'd be a lot sore afterwards anyway. Yeah. But there we are, that was our warm-up concluded. Yeah. So nice little warm-up. We'll do the same on the cross trainer, so we'll look at the body as well. Yeah. But actually, like nice movements, just to warm the muscle, we'll replicate what we were doing later in the session. So, I mean, we'll look at the squats later on, which we'll nice and warm now. We'll prevent ourselves from further damage. Nice and steady. 2 more minutes of cool down. How'd you find that? Yeah, good level of intensity? Yeah. Yeah? Did you push yourself a little more next time or not? Or is that like a nice level? But it's just, yeah, it's just getting an idea of where your level of capability is at. We're going to push it past any further. We'll look at interval training again. Interval training is a way to push yourself further than your limit. Even if it's just for 30 seconds, just seems to cave it a lot. And you'll notice like 30 seconds becomes easier and easier and easier. How are your legs feeling? Alright. Yeah? Good. We're on the lowest setting of both now, yeah? And the last minute, just slow it down a little bit more. you feel like it's a natural toe, just look just a little bit. That's it. Nice and steady. Yeah. 45 more seconds. And the reason I put the floor down is just to take away that so if we leave it, it's just you're gonna end up with transfer all day. How many calories have we burnt there? 141. Yeah? We'll burn just as much as that. Yeah? 20 more seconds. Slow it down to 60. Just nice and steady, but bring that back to nice and steady, yeah? That's how I want to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, spot on. So bring it right down, bring it right to the slow, nice and steady. That's it. And to hop on, make sure you unstrap yourself out of those buckles first. Nice and steady. Push it around, that's it. That's the good one. Beautiful. Right, grab yourself some water. I'll get this light clean. How you feeling?
Alright.
Better? You've woken up now, yeah? So the next one we're going on to is the cross trainer. Another form of cardio, but this is going to be continuous. So like we did there with the intervals, we'll focus on more continuous training with cardio. So continuous, we'll keep it at a flat rate, and the main goal for this is calorie burn. Intervals, we're pushing ourselves a little bit more, we're increasing that range, but with a nice steady pace on here, we can go continuously for a while. That way we can stay on it for a long period of time, we might even end up burning more calories just because we'll be going for longer than a 20-minute period. I mean there, we're coming to about a 60-minute to a 20-minute bike ride, yeah? On here, you can spend 30 minutes to 40 minutes on there. You couldn't do that in interval training, you know? Just a nice, steadier pace. You might not end up as dripping with sweat next time. Yeah? Spot on. Right, brilliant. So next exercise is the elliptical or cross trainer. Now, before you pop up, let me show you how to hop up safely. It moves in two parts, so you can see it moves one with itself, but the feet are directly attached to the handles. Yeah? With this piece of kit, you want to be careful when you're hopping on and off, because if you put too much pressure on one side, it'll end up flying forwards. Yeah? So just make sure when you get on it, you've got 3 points of contact. So I like to grab hold of the two stationary handles, while these will move, they're stationary. So what I like to do is left flat foot on first, and you can see that's already higher up. So just push it so it's flat, nice and steady, and I'm pushing myself up. And that's me on, yeah? Again, my points of contact, grab hold of the elliptical bars, and you can see as I rotate, one foot forward and from the other, I'm also pushing and pulling on my hands. So the force comes from your hands, your upper body, as well as your lower body, yeah? So as I'm going, you might even see my heel comes up just so slightly, but I'm trying to, as the best I can, keep that heel flat on the floor, yeah? That gives you maximum force when you're pushing down. Drive it forward. You may even have a few periods where you take your hands off the hands completely and just focus on your lower body, yeah? That makes sense so far. Still points of contact will do your heart rate, so we can have a look at that while we're going here. The main goal of this is to keep, to a continuous rate, we can keep our heart rate between that 130 and 140 beats per minute. That's optimum calorie torching level. So if we can keep it in between or above that level, I'm happy, yeah? So, first things first, popping yourself up just like I showed you, that's it. 3 points of contact, steady, spot on, great. Right, so starting a workout, choose a workout, just quick start it, we'll go from there. Yeah? So a nice warm up to begin with. We'll go for a 2-minute steady pace using both arms and legs, that's it, nice and steady. We're pushing away with the arms, pulling with the arms, and then the legs will follow, yeah? Might be a little bit too easy for us, just up that level a little bit more. That's it, spot on. Good. Good. So the main reason I'm getting you on here is a full body workout. If I had you on a treadmill, compared to something like this, we're only going to be using our lower body. Yeah? It will get our heart rate up and we'll be moving our arms and getting blood pumped into the arms. But this, we're focusing on pushing and pulling the muscles in the arms. Biceps and triceps getting warmed up, the shoulders are nice and loose, rear delts are nice and loose all the way up through the back. Nice and steady for the first 2 minutes. Which you can already see heart rate's between that, what is it, 143, yeah? That nice steady 143 will burn, we're already burning more calories than we would. Yeah. So you can do a sprint and burn yourself out immediately. I feel like you've really worked yourself. But if we can keep this continuous rate up for 20 minutes, nice and steady that way, yeah? Are you happy with this machine before? Have you used it before? Keeping those heels down if you can. I know it's naturally, you just want to take up. That's it. Right, feel go naturally with the knees. Nice and steady. What are you up to this back holiday weekend? Working. Afternoon tea? Where at? Oh yeah. Is that with family?
Yeah, with our mum.
Anything special? Or just going for...
Just like food.
Just like food, yeah. Stay away from the sugars, you'll be alright. It's hard when you bring out two. One's full of savoury stuff and the other one's full of cakes.
It's a hot one, so it's like really hot,
Yeah, like little pot pies and stuff like that, yeah. It's cheese. Well, hopefully we'll burn these calories off and you can have a bit. What about drink? Are you drinking or is it just cups of tea and Prosecco? Is that Prosecco? So, we've warmed up for the first couple of minutes. If you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself, just up those levels. Again, just somewhere where you can keep it consistent. Not too, if we're doing intervals, we whack it way up and then bring it way back down. With this, just nice and continuous, something you can manage. Yeah. We want to be pushing ourselves, and we will. Our heart rate will now slowly increase. Now we've increased your resistance. We're already at what's that, 160? Good, brilliant. Keep it nice and steady at that level. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids as well. You need a water break, just slow yourself down with a bit of water. This first 3 minutes there, good. Really getting the blood pumping on this one, yeah? Really want to feel it throughout the entire body. How are you feeling that difficulty level?
Oh.
Out of 10? 5? 5? Right, up. Just progressing it a little bit more. If you can manage it, you can manage it. At least you've got a nice view here. I know I was at a gym the other week and it was just a wall. That was down in Manchester, but here. And then people can look in as well. That's why you put your makeup on today, is it? I don't know how to get us into it. I would put makeup on during this.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Some people come in and don't even leave sweating abs. I've seen some people come in and work out and they leave just smiling and waving. If you're leaving smiling, it's not a good sign. I want to see you leaving in pieces. It's getting a bit too much for you because you might not be able to keep that level up for too long. How are you feeling? You feel like you can maintain that? If you need to decrease or regress it, just bring those levels down. Or even give your legs a break by just focusing on with your arms. So try it now. Try it for the next minute. Just focus on really pushing and dragging your arms. Bring the level down a little bit. And just push and push them. Still use your legs. Your legs are there to assist. But we're just pushing and pulling, focusing on the arms. Really driving it up with that upper body. Yeah? Keep it strong abs, digging deep. Feeling good? Focus, that's it. 10 more seconds with the arms and then focus it back on the legs. In fact, for the next 5 seconds, switch to the static handles and just use your legs. Keep those feet down, good. Focus on just the legs for the next minute. So it's still a continuous, we're keeping at the same speed, nice continuous pace. We're just focusing on different body parts here. That's what I love about this machine. You won't be able to do that on the treadmill or even the bike. You might be able to do a bit of a stretch on the bike before you start, but with this, I'm a big believer with mimicking movements you're about to create. So later on we've got a bench press, that'll move the arms. We've also got on the chest, we've also got the squats, eccentric and forced. Now these bikes with the legs, brilliant. We're forming up those legs a little bit more, yeah? Keeping yourself nice and stable on this as well. You can see it rocking straight away, it's quite a big bit of kit. So just be wary when you're jumping on and after. You've got 3 points of contact. Going on to 6.5 minutes. Five more seconds and we'll switch back to just normal pace, grab all the bars again. Yeah? How's your eating going? Yeah? I mean, you've obviously got this afternoon tea on, whatever. It's bank holiday. Yeah. It's just little choices. I mean, even if you're at work, the problem with it is easy food tends to be convenient. So as soon as we're like, oh, okay, I'll have a pizza, I'll shove it in the oven because I've been at work all day. If you can get up a little bit early that morning and make your meal for the night, or even make your meals for the week on a Sunday night, that's what I'm doing this Sunday because on Sunday night, obviously it's bank holiday, isn't it? I'm working on Monday, but it means that Sunday night I'll just get my meals prepped for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Good form, nice and steady. How are you doing? Use some water, once you drink. Take plenty of fluids on board. I'm not your mother, eh? Just keep hydrated, because you might not feel it now, but by the time you feel dehydrated, it's too late. Your muscles will be using that moisture now as well, so you're pumping water and fluids into your muscles, especially when you're training like this. How are you feeling about that pace? Now we're back to the level 1, try to bring it back up to level 10. Just bring it up a little bit more, that's it. What sorts of food have you been eating then? Yeah. Fruits are good sugars and fruits, but just be wary when you're looking at macros, have a look at those carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Refer to when I say that 8-week program, refer to that. And when that'll show you exactly what you need to look at when you're looking at your percentages of carbs, proteins and fats for the 2,000 calories you should be eating. Okay? And then plus your 10,000, 15,000 steps a day, plus a workout, you're burning loads of calories even though it's just, you've done your EVOL scan, haven't you? Yeah, so there goes, you're already showing the calories you spend anyway. Almost up to 1 mile now. How are you feeling?
Alright.
Yeah? Just increase it by 1 more level if you need to. Just keep pushing yourself, yeah. It might be, it's just continuous, but it's just making sure you can keep up with it, Even if you find a level 11, if you find that a little bit too hard, after a period of time, bring it back down to 10. Yeah? But we still need to keep pushing ourselves. Just because it's easy, it doesn't mean we can. The problem is, it's in front of you, you can see it. So you're thinking, oh, I can do more, I can do less than that. It's visualising it. If you didn't have that screen in front of you, you wouldn't know what level you were doing right now, would you? Yeah. Just visualise it, this is the easy set. Pushing yourself. And we keep pushing and pulling with those arms. We're using those arms here as well. Don't neglect them. Do you use elliptical before, or do you mean just the treadmill?
Yeah.
You like the elliptical thing, yeah. If you wanted to, you could even have a look at your intervals on here. So that's the preset settings for your levels. So if you need to, after a mile, nice and steady for the next 5 minutes. 4 minutes now actually. Keeping that heart rate up, good. How are you feeling? Strong? Good. Put a bit more effort into it, that's it. Big long strides, powerful work. Just total distance, calories burned 102. Nice and steady, Alex. Three more minutes. And then we'll go into a nice cool down. Drag your heels now, keep it up. Nice steady pace, good. Keep that round per minute at about 60. We don't want to be seeing that really drop below 60, yeah? What have you eaten this morning for breakfast? That's the fuel for the morning, you know. It's a good way to start with this. You're not eating it, still fasted. If you're doing this fasted, you have to eat something when you get back to the place of the stores, yeah. Can't let you go to work hungry. You'll be a little grumpy. Good. Right, now lower the level a little bit. Everyone's cool down now. Yeah, just 8's fine, yeah. Nice and steady. Just nice and steady. Remember focusing on those arms as well. Still using the arms here. How was that? Yeah? Nice continuous low reps, that's good. How many calories have we burned there? So just tap on there. 127. We're still burning them now, we've still got the last minute cool down left, yeah? Nice and steady, no rush. Maybe lower the level a little bit more. Slow yourself down, rounds per minute come down. Nice and steady. Just bring it to a close. Bring that heart rate back down. Get it back down to 140. Good, I'm very impressed with that. You realise you're capable of more when you start, you know. Good. Alright, when we're ready, just slow it right down, right down, right down, right down. Okay, now stepping off. And stepping off, yeah, the foot that's on the lower side is naturally you're going to do it anyway, because the higher foot you're never going to jump on that and stabilise. But as human beings, it's always the more stable foot we'll jump off on. So there, just jump on the edge. Yeah. Right, get some water on. I'll get the cleaning stuff and give this a wipe down. So how did you find that? Steady? Yeah. Good? Yeah, good. It's not a bad bit of kit really. It's a nice way to work out the entire body, because you're using your lower body and your upper body, yeah? promise I won't make you do another one. That's 2 bits of cardio from there. I'm just going to do another one. Right, spot on. Take some fluids on, give yourself a bit of a rest. We'll focus on stretches and stuff towards the end of the cool-down. So still got a session to do. Do you need tissue? So the next one we're going to do is the bench press, and then we'll focus on squats from there. All right. So the next one we'll go downstairs, we'll take a bench and some dumbbells and put them in the studio. Bench press is more of an upper body workout, and the slow one will go downstairs. All right. So take what you need. Have a bit of rest. I'll head downstairs. All right. Hope there's nobody in the studio. Straight to abs. That's it. Sorry, Mario, I'm just going to squeeze past you. Good. Spot on. Right. So, what we need now is dumbbells, and we'll also get some a bench or something to sit on just to feel more comfortable. Alright. So, bear with me 2 seconds. Right. So this is your standard flat bench. Let's get some dumbbells as well. Good. Okay, so a standard bench press. The main thing that's important with resistance exercises is your ability to lift. So right now, I'm totally unaware of how much physically you can lift. So to do this safely and well, you've got me, so it's the best thing to do really. That's the best thing to do. Well, get yourself sat down. I'll show you about 4. And when it comes to free weights, they're a little bit more technical. Stuff like the machines, it's not so bad. You've got that range of motion there, you can set the machine up. But the problem we've got with that is it locks it with the fluidity of your response. I mean, free weights are much more wider, you've got much more freedom with your movements. And not only that, we can see where we can progress with strength in terms of certain body parts with isometric movements. So with this, we're looking at the chest and the triceps. That's where the power is really coming from, especially when you're at your peak. All right. So first thing we're looking at is a pyramid set. You've ever heard of a pyramid before? Yeah. So we'll start with lighter weights and we'll work our way up. All right. We'll start. The main reason is we're looking at a heavy weight to begin with, because you might not be able to hit that weight later on. Because if you're doing, let's say you're doing the normal sets, compared to a normal set, you're doing 3 sets of 10, maybe on 5 or 6 kilo. But if we're doing a heavier set first, we'll start with the heaviest, what have we got here? The 4s? 7s. So start with 7s. If we can get between, we're looking between 6 and 8, and then we'll wrap it up, we'll grab the 5s, grab the 4s, grab the 3s, and then the last set, we're doing lighter, but we're doing a high amount of reps. Now the main reason for that is we're pushing past that point of failure. So yeah, you'll fail at maybe 3 or 4 reps on a normal bench press. But now we'll go to the lighter weights, and maybe you can get a few more out of those lighter weights, yeah. Just adds a bit more intensity to a workout, a bit more variety, yeah. We're going to engage the muscles, engage the front delts, engage the triceps and so on, alright. The main reason we look at using these free weights, like I say, less restriction with the range of movement, and you can be comfortable with it. The main issue I have with this is your safety. So we're looking at things like, if you were to fail, these weights are quite heavy, you don't want them jumping on your face to it. So the main reason, when you get out of these, if you ever feel like you're going to fail, as long as the weights are away from your face, hopefully you've not put your phone either side of the bench, get your phone out of the way, stuff out of the way. If you are going to fail it, just drop them. It'll land on the floor quite safely beside you. And if nobody stood right beside you with the toes in the way like I will, hopefully no weights to jump on anybody's toes. Alright. So we'll start with the 7s. I'll show you how it's done, and I'll get you some, I'll get 2 sets of the lighter weights, and that's how we'll do our pyramid sets. So we'll start with 7, bring it down to 5, bring it down to 3, alright? just pop that on this side of the 7. That's just a 4. And then we'll get another one. Right. So a simple bench press. Bench in front of you. With this one, it's a flat bench. So we're just sitting ourselves down first of all, bum on the edge of the seat. We'll roll ourselves backwards, got nothing in my pockets. Roll ourselves backwards in room position. Now with the dumbbells can be quite heavy, so just to get them into place, I'll pass you them, or you can sit yourself, but I'll pass you them. All you're doing is, as soon as you lie yourself back, you just flick the dumbbell up, yeah? And a normal bench press, you start in positions up in the air, and then you bring flaring your elbows out, level with the sternum and the chest, and then firing back up, yeah? And if you can do it nice and steady, and we'll get 4 of them, 5 of them, and we'll work from there. And then immediately, we'll have a little bit of a rest, and then we can get some more out of it, and that's a pyramid set, yeah? Okay, so first of all, grab and hold of the dumbbells. Flick those up onto your knee. How's the weight on them? A little bit heavy? Yeah, that's fine. This is a very easy to do a superset. I'm not asking for 10 to 15 on a normal set with these. I'm just asking for 3 to 4. We're just trying to get an idea of fundamental strength. But the main idea of what I'm looking at here is your form. How well you can execute your movements, alright? So just line yourself back, flipping them up, bring those dumbbells upright, bring them together so we're flying the palms outwards and in, that's it. Brilliant, good. Bring it down level with your sternum, just below the chest. Not too high, because we're going to focus out on the shoulders, not too high. Down level with the chest, I want to see it. Level with the chest, and I want to see a nice straight line movement. Good. Flying those elbows out, nice and steady. Okay, good. That's 3. 4, nice fluid movements, no jaggedness if you can. Nice and steady. 5. Okay, we'll drop your weight. That's it. And sit yourself up. That's it. Good. So just to make yourself a bit more stable there, move yourself a little bit further forward. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Yeah. Keep nice stable. It just keeps you stable. If your heels coming up, you end up wobbling and everything else. Keeping yourself nice and stable, nice 90-degree angle on the legs. That way you keep yourself fixed to that bench. You're not going to be wobbling or anything like that then, and you get up much easier. Yeah. Right. So next one. Grab the 4s. Now I want to see 10 to 15 of these, right? So again, lie yourself back. The reason we get our arms up so high and our palms are out, bring those elbows down, a nice big wide range of movement. The more we have a range of movement, the more we're really working in that muscle, alright? So again, good, but we've got to keep those elbows, we've got to keep those palms facing inwards. That's it, much better, much better. It's 2, good. 3, 4, 5, nice fluid movements. Bring those elbows out, brilliant. Not too close to the foot. See, this is what I said about safety. If you feel like you're going to drop them, drop them. 6, nice and steady. Just focus on those movements. Hold nice fluid movements. Bring it down, fire it back up, good. Calling this one 8. Nice fluid movements, 9. Another one, that's 10. 11, good, nice and steady. 12, focus on those elbows. I'm not seeing them flare, I'm seeing them wobble and flare everywhere. Keep them nice and steady. Nice fluid movements. I don't want to see any jolting or jagging. Good. Good. Try and keep those wrists straight. I'm seeing your wrists bend inwards like that, right? Good. Back down to your starting position, that's it. Throw those elbows out, right out. Push. Good. Rest. Good. How was that? I reckon you can imagine more of them. Easy. That's quite a nice little lightweight. How did you find it?
Alright, that was better than the other one.
Better than the other one, yeah. Well, this one's a little bit lighter, but now we're trying to get to 20, yeah? So a higher volume.
Yeah.
When ready? Yeah. Nice and steady. I want to see nice fluid movements in these elbows. So down, 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 down. If you can, bring your arms a little bit further forward, that's it, keeping it in line with the lower chest, and up. Nice firm movements, no dragging there. Good, much better. 4, 5, nice and steady. 6, keep those heels down. 7, 8, 9, 10, good, halfway there. That's 11, 12, nice, much better form with these. 13, 14, 5 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good abs. Well done. 1 more. Good abs. Spot on. So they're your pyramid sets, yeah? Very little rest in between them, maybe between 20 and 30 seconds, and then we're looking at jumping down with the weights, yeah? Simple as that. So you get more and more out of each round. How was that? Yeah? Good. Spot on. Really happy with the form there, so that's good. Yeah. The main issue I have with this, what most people seem to get wrong, is the palm movement. So again, facing it in and outwards, but I also see the elbows tuck in. But with you, already nice wide movement. It just adds to that bit of range of movement. Because if you're looking at smaller bench presses, your range of movement's only going to be, you know, but if you've got much wider, you're stretching a more efficient muscle. We're using our muscles more efficiently. Much bigger use. I'm much happy with that. How do you find that? That makes sense. And you know why we do drop sets, not drop sets, sorry, we know why we do pyramid sets. Just because those 7s, you could have done 20 of them. But a normal set, we would have expected between 8 to 10. But we could get a much heavier result out of those bench presses with a heavier weight first, then bring it down. Right, so these dumbbells, just back out here. And we'll take the bait, we'll give the bench a wipe and bring the bench back out as well. So it's just in the rack over there, just colour coded with it. Okay, next is squats. Now we're both looking at, the first one we're looking at is the eccentric, and then we'll go into forced from there. So eccentric is a term we use for slow or steady reps. So an eccentric movement is something nice and steady. Yeah? We're slowing it down. We can make sets harder, not by just throwing more weights on it and making the bigger weights and making it a lot more harder for yourself. Just slow it down. And slow your reps down. You can even make it harder by controlling yourself or forcing more reps out, increasing the amount of reps. So the two we're looking at are forced reps and eccentric on a squat. So the first one we'll look at is eccentric. We'll get a barbell and some weights from out here. We'll load it up with plated weights. I'll show you how to set that up. And hopefully nice and steady we can get it set up in here with some space. You want to just grab one of these? Here. Get some clips. So plates on first, they just slide straight on top of the bar like that. Yeah, you're sticking both on. That's it. Just have one for now, just so we can focus on form and then we'll add a bit more weight onto it. So the clip just goes on like that, nice and steady, that way it won't fall off. Simple as that. These barbells are much nicer than the ones we've got outside, because the ones outside weigh 20 kilo as they are. These weigh next to nothing. Good. So I'll show you how to do what we call an eccentric back squat. So a squat in itself, you have your knees flared out and pointing them outwards, so shoulder width apart, nice and steady, that's my neutral position. My toes pointing ever so slightly outwards, and my knees are going to follow through with them. So my knees will follow outwards and in, and that's your squat. Now when we're looking at range of motion, well, the reason we do it is because we're looking for a big flare out, and if you get a range of motion that's just a small thrust, we're not working like we did with the bench press, we're not working our muscles efficiently enough. So with this one, what I like to see, bent back, nice and straight, a nice easy pick up, and then all you're going to do is lift it above your head, rest it on the back of your traps, and then a nice steady grip just to stabilise it. If you haven't got that grip in place, the bar will roll everywhere, so just keeping it nice and steady. And then all we're doing, toes pointing outwards, following the knees through, down, 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 get it to about 45, just past 45 degrees, and back up. Okay, that's your normal squat. So I'll get you to do that first, and then we can focus on the eccentric from there. So if you want to stand in front of me and look into the mirror, I'll put the bar on your back if you like. So the bar comes over. Now, ready? You got that weight? Okay, good. Let it go. Stable. Good. Okay, so look down at your toes. I want to see shoulder width apart. Point your toes just ever so slightly outwards, and your knees will follow through with them. And it's arse to the grass, right? Right down, some good depth. Past 45-degree angle, yeah? So bring yourself down, 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 down. Okay, good. Nice squat, back up. Now, with you specifically, your knees fire forward, and a lot of people have difficulty with this because bringing them down, and they're doing something called what they call a prisoner squat. If you can, bring those toes out, just let your knees follow your toes. Yeah? Much better abs, good. Back up, good. Yeah, spot on. That's a nice squat. So we're looking at eccentric movements now. So eccentric, slow, controlled, bring it all the way down, getting a real squeeze. The reason we do eccentric stuff is slowing the rep down. It makes the rep so much more difficult without adding weight to it. It's more of a hypertrophy movement. We're really putting blood into the muscle, really making it work, letting it hold, more static, and then bring it back up. Yeah? So give those a go. So nice and steady down, keeping those knees flared out, good. Back up. Just control that back up to that neutral movement, that's it. Nice and steady. Not seeing that bar move at all, good. Keeping those heels down. Good, nice and slow, good. Control your movement, spot on. That's 2. 3. 4, nice and steady on the way back up, remember control yourself. I count to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, good. Good, much better. Firing those knees out. If you can, and get a little bit more depth into it, a little bit more, because you feel it into the hamstrings and your glutes that way. That's it, good. Notice you bring your torso down, just focus on upper body can stay where it is. It's just bringing the torso, the legs down and moving the torso down. We're not curling up into a little ball. Yeah, just that's it, much better. Good. Feet are flat on the floor. I had a lad last week who tried to, I was teaching to do squats, and just for the life of him, could not get it. His knees, he's coming up and his knees were fired up like that. But that's good, nice and steady. Brilliant. I'm happy with those, so I lift off. So that's eccentric movements, nice and steady, yeah? How do you feel with that weight? Is that a good weight? Yeah. Do you think you can do more? Right, so what we could do, I'm not going to stick a 5 plate on, but you could probably stick 1.25 and just give it another go. And that way you're looking at sort of 12 kilos on here. So we'll bring it up to 20 as soon as you can, yeah? 20 is the mark that I want to get it to, because that way when we've got it to 20 kilos, we can start getting you out on the actual barbells, yeah? Because those without any weight on where 20 is the R. And to be honest, they're much more wider and stable than these. So yeah. Happy with that so far? Yeah? Any questions? No? Quite happy? Good. I'm going to get you to do one more set of eccentric back squats, and then we'll move on to the force reps. For the force reps, I will be putting some more weight on. So while you're doing your eccentric, I'll dart out quickly. In fact, I'll do it now. I'll get some more weights in now. And then when we get to the force reps, we're really pushing past that point of not being able to get any more reps out of it, okay? Right, so, like I showed you, I'm not putting the bar in place this time round. It'll be you that has to pop it in place. So, like I told you, with a nice deadlift pick up, just pick up all in the legs, fire it up, got it there now, and then lift and try and get it behind your back. That's it. Then you're in that position. You see, if we were on the squat racks, the bar would already be at this height, you just have to walk under it. Just because we're in the studio, we don't have any bars like the 20 kilo here, so we're using these. Alright. So, when ready, nice eccentric movements, nice and steady. Stabilise yourself. Good. So we're not rushing these. Nice and eccentric, and then really slow it down. See, you can see on my lower body, I'll fire my legs outwards. My torso is nice and in. It's all on my legs. I'm not raising myself forward at all. I'm just setting myself up. Yeah. But that can come with core strength. I'll develop that as it goes. Yeah. Good. Stabilise those knees on the way back up. Down, down, down. Push, 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 push. Good. Keeping those heels down. Steady, good. Good, nice. Slow it down a little bit more. Doing it a bit quick now. You know, maybe because the reps are getting harder, and you want to get them done. Force yourself to slow. That's it. Slow, 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 slow. Good, much better. Good. And step out when ready. I'm happy with those eccentric squats. You're comfortable with it with movements of eccentric, so it doesn't matter if it's just with squats. It could be with bench press. Like we did with the dumbbells. Instead of doing your pyramids, we could do something eccentric and move it slow down a little more. We're engaging and activating the muscle before we even move into something more in depth. All right. So 2.5. I'll have these on. You want to put those on your side. Just get you comfortable with using the clips and the equipment. Now, with this, it's a little bit heavier. So I'm just going to check that, make sure it's on properly. It's a little bit heavier. So what I want to see now is we're moving to forced reps. And by forced reps, we're looking at getting to the point where you can fail, and then anything on top of that, I'm going to come in and spot you, and then force it out from there. So we need to really get to the point where we can't get any more reps out of it. But because of the barbell's nature, because they're not on a squat rack, for safety reasons, I'm going to pick the bar up and put it behind your back. I'm not going to let you lift this because it's a lot heavier now. With the bars out there, 20 kilos and the plates on, add weight. But because they've got racks to set you up on, just for safety, I'm going to put this up. So if you want to just carefully step around the bar, don't step over it. Good, spot on. So I'm going to give you the weight. Got the grip, widen the grip if you need to. Okay, happy? Good. So, squats. Same like we've done, don't worry about eccentric this time. This time we're pausing the reps out. So nice and steady. A few squats in place. Good abs, nice. Good work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm feeling good, 13, 14, 15, 'But keep forcing it. Keep pushing. Good. Nice and steady now. Good, keep pushing. Keep pushing, that's it. Force now. Push, 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 push. Good. Push. Digging deep. Come on. You are stronger than that, Abby. Come on. This is lightweight. Nice and easy. Keeping those heels down. Come on. 5 more. These are the forced ones. That's it. 4 more. Keep pushing. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Good. There's your way away. A bit heavier, yeah? Yeah, good. I know you can manage much heavier than that because you managed to get 20 plus out of there. And when you start getting to your 20s, you're pushing more. So I know you say it's heavy, but that's the idea. We can put those 5s on, and I know you can do it. That's when we get into 4 reps. The 4 reps come in when you've passed that point. It should be between 10 and 15. We can't really do any more. We're getting those extra little 3 reps out. Yeah? The reason we do that is we're pushing ourselves past failure. We're tearing and stretching muscle, yeah? Grab us some water. So how are you feeling about 4 reps? Now, again, you could apply it to your bench. Yeah. Any questions about those? Form was good, I'm very happy with form. Now, you might find that the more weight you put on, your form will change. Because obviously with the more weight and buckling, you might find that the more weight, you start shaking, you start wavering. That's what I'm here for, I'll point that out to you. Something like that. So your form might change as time goes on. But honestly, as long as your feet are flat on the floor, your toes waver out, I'm happy. You're not hurting yourself in any way. Next exercise, we'll look at the pull-ups. Now this is going to be on the assisted machine outside. So we'll go out there, it's a little bit busier out there, so I'll have to keep my tone of voice up. There's a few things going on, music playing on the rest of it. And we'll also look at the core work, which is plank. Alright. So, first things first, we'll pack this up. Okay. You live just outside here, so as soon as we're coming back out, just take these over and restock them all. Just leave you stack that one. Happy? We can do our core work in here actually, so I just realised we've got a mat, so we'll do it all in here. So, the pull-ups, just a basic set. Now when I say basic, nothing too fancy, not like your eccentrics where we're doing it a bit slower, not like your pyramid sets we did earlier, nothing like that. It's just steady sets away, or 10 to 15. So I know when I set the weight, you might look at, like you did then with the barbell, you might look at it and go, oh, can't do that, it's too heavy. You manage 25. You can do more. I know you can do more. Yeah, it's just a case of pushing yourself because it might look scary to begin with, but as soon as you start, like, hang on, because of my legs, you might look heavy to curl, but you're not going to curl it here. You're not lifting it up. Once it's behind your back, 20 kilos is nothing, especially for you. You manage that easy. Yeah. So we'll go over there now. And when I set it up, again, it might look a bit daunting. I really want to see that 10 to 15 range. Any more than 15, we'll up the weights a little bit more. You know, I'll take in terms of the assisted, we'll take the assisted away, and we'll push yourself a little bit more, take a little bit more of the assisted away. So pack your stuff up, grab your bottle and stuff like that. I'll get rid of these. So pull-ups, and then we're going to plank, and then we're sorted. All right. We're going to do a few stretches to cool down with. Just over here, right? One. Right, so before you jump up, we'll look at at something pretty steady here. So that'll take the weight away from you. So I weigh 80 kilos. If I'm putting 20 on there and then pulling up or pushing away 20 kilos, that's 20 kilos. Yeah. The rest of it is just your body weight. So take it away. That's your yellow tagger there. So for now, we'll keep that in place. See how many we can get out with assisted, yeah, and then we can push ourselves from there. So just we're going for 3 sets, 3 basic sets, 10 to 15 reps, yeah. So getting up, 3 points of contact. Someone's been using for 80. Give yourself nice and steady. Now to drop yourself right the way down, because you'll be more range of motion, right? And we're going to use that to pull our pulse back up. Get your chin above the bar, back down. Nice and steady reps. Nothing too straight, too complicated. The other thing I want to stress is jumping off. So when you're jumping off, just be careful. There's a few inches there. There's where I jump off, my leg takes. So if I'm taking my leg off there now, it's going to shoot straight up. Right, so just nice and steady. Re-wrap, and again, 3 points of contact. Walk yourself off. Happy with that? Good. So we'll start with what that was on. So we'll go with 30 kilo. We'll take 30 kilo off you. It's a basic pull-up. So if you'd like to walk yourself up with 3 points of contact. So this machine focuses, especially with a pull-up, we can do push-ups which will do our chest, our shoulders, but with this we're looking at our back, shoulders, and biceps, as well as your lats and your rear delts. So we're using a whole back really, pulling ourselves up here. So wider grip, using our biceps, more of a thinner grip using more of our biceps, a wider grip using more of our back. So with this one, you walk yourself up, let yourself drop right down. That's your range of motion. The wider your range of motion is, the more efficient that muscle's going to be, right? So nothing too much, yeah? In terms of movement, 10 to 15, brilliant. We'll try and get as much as we can out of it, but it's just basic sets, so not like we've done anything too technical in there, just nice and basic, steady. So pop yourself up, remember knee on there, 3 points of contact, good, good. Let yourself drop, good, and pull up. Right, how's that? That's 2, good. That's 3, 4, yeah, no, that's fine, 5. So stepping off, keep the knee on, that's it. Let one knee rise up. Let one knee rise up. Good, now hop off. So, yeah, a bit too much for you, that's 5 reps. So what we can do, just put a bit more on there.
Yeah.
I'll give it another, just rest for a sec, because we've just done a set there. So just rest, let yourself recover. So we need a nice big deep rest. Just jump off if you want to jump off. Nice idea, just take a step down. Good. So explain a bit more. Yeah, let yourself drop, that was brilliant. Nice and steady, we've got a nice big range of motion there. Yeah. We're going to regress it a little bit obviously because with that it was a bit too much for you. So again, all we've done, pull the pin out, up the weights a little bit more. So make your choice between that 10 and 15 range, yeah? Good. Spot on. Drink some water if you need to drink some water. Are you happy? Good. Spot on. So hop up when ready. 3 points of contact, good. Let yourself drop. How's that? Better? Pull yourself up. Just 1.
A little bit easier.
Yeah. 2, nice and steady. We've still got to get 10 to 15 reps, so that's 3. Come on, keep pushing. 4, good. 5. 6. Getting that chin above that bar. 7. 8. Nice and steady. 9. 10. 11. 12. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Nice and steady when you're stepping off, remember? Much better. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Nice and steady when you're stepping off.
A little bit too easy.
A little bit too easy. So progressing it a little bit more. Bring some weights off. So I've just twisted that, taken that 5 kilo off, and also taken another 5 kilo off the main pin. So I've taken 5 kilo off. That's 10 kilos I've taken off there. So that's 10 kilos of your body weight. Yeah, because essentially what you're doing here is pulling up and dipping with body weight. So that'll take the pressure away. Yeah. Just remember when you're stepping off, nice and steady. Watch where you put your hands and feet. There's no rush getting off this. Yeah. As long as you, but I've noticed both times you've not let it jump on, so I'm very happy with you using that. Yeah. Grab some water. You need some. Take some water on board. But yeah, progress and regress there. Just trying to find that weight. For you, we don't know how much you can lift yet. We're trying to get your fundamental strength in there. Once we've got that sorted, we can then start looking at progressive from there, yeah? Build a bit more strength, okay? 10 to 15 reps is quite good there. You can manage to get 15. Quite happy with that. I mean, you should be really proud of that. Pull-ups. I mean, a lot of people can manage pull-ups as they are, so as long as you're happy with it. It's quite easy, yeah. So we'll try this one.
Yeah.
So hopping back up. Good. Good. There's that. That's 1. Nice and steady. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Nice and steady. I just don't want to hit those weights hit. 7. 8. Nice and steady. 9. Control your descent a little bit more. That's it. Better. Don't let yourself just drop because that weight's below you. Controlling that descent. 10. 11. Keep pushing. 12. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Last rep. Come on. Good. Now step off. Nice control on the way back up. Watch that. Good. Spot on. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Right. Good reps. But remember, when you let yourself drop down, there's positives and negatives to an exercise. Positive's great. You're putting yourself up brilliantly. Letting yourself down, that's still part of the exercise. Let yourself drop. Yeah? I'm feeling good. Only 1 more exercise and then we're done. Yeah? Get some pulse, give that clean. Good spot to get that wipe down. Do you need some more water? Right, we'll go back into the studio for the last exercise. Good, yes, so just remember, with any exercise, now this goes for any exercise, whether it's your bench press that we did earlier, or right at the beginning, you know, not the cardio, but the bench press and the squats, yeah? Any exercise has positives and negatives to it. So the positive would be the movement you're doing to get to your position, and your negative is the return. So like what we did there with a squat, your positive, your positive will be on the way down, your negative returning, yeah? So it's a negative on the way back up, yeah? It's the same with the bench press, positive and your negative returning, yeah? What I usually say to people is the tempo should be between 1 on the positive and 2 on the negative. To be honest, as long as you get it done, it's like that. The one I was worried about with tempo was that eccentric squat, yeah? So the last exercise we're going to do is core, work on the core. And it's a simple plank. So with some dynamic plank movements, people will do arm choppers, you may have seen crunches and stuff like that. A plank is just a steady, static movement. So all it's doing is hands and knees, rolling yourself forward. Now if you find a normal plank too hard, there are ways we can make this a little bit easier. But a normal plank would be forearms down, feet and knees up, keeping that bum up, nice and flat, yeah? Holding myself down, I can feel that coming through my forearms, my core, and if I need to, just lower that bum down slightly, feel it coming straight to the core there, brilliant. Holding that for around 30 seconds, yeah? Nice and simple exercise, okay? If you do struggle, pop your knees down, and we can focus on doing a longer exercise, just with the knees down, focusing through the core, once the knees bum down. But I'll correct that as we go through, all right? With range of movement of this one, it's simple. You know, the wider you spread out, the bigger your spread is. I mean, we can change that progress and regress by putting your knees down, making it a little bit easier. But we don't want to see a full plank, and we can strengthen it. You'll find that every time we do one of these, every time we come to do one of these exercises, you get better and better at it. I know a guy, there was a post the other day on Guinness World Records of a guy, like, was it 8 days? He did one of these for 8 days. 8 days, 18 minutes, 60 minutes, something, still seconds or whatever. Right, so spot yourself down, knees down on the floor, good. Yeah, brilliant. Keeping that bum down, good. Keeping that for 30 seconds. Yeah, I can't, don't worry. I'm going to let you count. Please count. Good. Spot on. Holding. Halfway there. Ten more seconds. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Spot on. You've done that one before, haven't you? You've got quite a strong core, to be fair, because I wasn't seeing you wavering much there at all. So I'm very happy with that. Good. So just relax, yeah? Making that a bit more stable. Look, nice, solid movement that you can keep pressure spread across the mat. You want to make it a bit more harder for yourself, do a pike press up where you're holding your hands out in front of you rather than your forearms. It brings quite a contact for your arms, straight like that. But I'm happy with just a normal plank for now, alright. So rest, we'll move into another one, yeah. Nice and steady movement. But again, these are static movements, we're not moving much all here, just nice and steady. Keep going. Ready to go into another one? Nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 more seconds. Hold abs, good. Halfway there. Ten more seconds, abs. Focus on that breathing, keep that bum down. Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Well done. How was that? Think you hold it longer? That's 30 seconds, that's a sweet spot.
That's a good
Yeah?
time.
Well, look, this next one, try and hold it as long as you can. Yeah? Just as long as you can. Right up until, this is what we call work until failure. As long as you can, hold it as long as you can. Yeah? Need some water.
No. Would you count to 30 just so I know?
Yeah.
Pass that
Yeah,
way?
absolutely, yeah. Right, when you're ready, rest up, that's it. Bear in mind, you'll be fatigued from the other stuff we've done. If we did this first, brilliant, it would have been alright. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, hold your abs, 24, good, 25, 26, 27, stay strong, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good abs, 6, keep pushing, 7, 8, 9, 10, good, 11, good. 10 more seconds. See, now we know where the sweet spot is. So next time, we'll push it for 45. So we're 41 there, push it for 45, brilliant. But that's it, having it in your mind, you know, it might say on a program or plan, I want to see 10 to 12. If you can get more, then up the weight a little bit more. Or with a bit of plank, increase the time a little bit more. You know your limits better than anybody else, yeah? I'll try my best to judge and gauge what I've just seen, but now I know you can probably hit 45 seconds, yeah? So on the plan or program, instead of 30 seconds, we'll bump it up to 45. And then that 45 will seem easy. We'll get it to a minute and progress from there. Anything you want to go through from today? Are you quite happy?
No, I'm quite
good. Yeah. Keep up with that program, and also keep on top of your eating as well. We need to make sure that, along with a healthy and active lifestyle, and especially with PT, making sure you eat healthy. I mean, your proteins, your macros, and your nutrients. Especially when you're trying to lose weight, we can focus on shredding those pounds off. Thanks for today. Thanks for your help. Thanks, Jade, for filming. Legend. Spot on. All sorted.